Hi, it's Bud Wilkinson. This time we're looking at a 1922 Ford Hot Rod that, well, had a very horrible experience in its past. Art Milano of Burlington, Connecticut has a thing for tea buckets.
I've always, my entire life, wanted a tea bucket since I was a kid. Just like, I've always wanted a Corvette since I was a kid. Well, I got the Corvette. I've had Corvettes all the time. But the tea bucket was really special to me. I always built little models of the tea bucket, and I just wanted one. And this one, I know it was burnt. It was a big project. But my experience as an engineering person, and I do a lot of large projects, it was kind of easy. You just got to know how to start and what to do, what the sequence is going to be.
Did Milano say burnt? Yes, he did. But he bought the kit car anyway in September 2023.
It was a fire damaged car, and I had to restore it.
Milano has photos that show the damage that was sustained in the previous owner's garage in Lexington, Kentucky.
I guess he was trying to start it, and it had a gas leak on the passenger side. And it leaked gas out, and it somehow the plug wire arced out and started the gasoline on fire. The fire was from the passenger side door all the way to the front, including the front fender. It was totally scorched. It wasn't burnt, but it was scorched pretty bad. And then what happened was, because the flames were so high, the door, the car was in a garage, the door, above door, which was made out of plastic, started dripping plastic all over the car. So it had hot plastic all over the place.
Milano knew that restoring the tea bucket would be a challenge.
I was trying to figure out how, in my own mind, can I restore this thing? It's pretty burnt. And finally I did take it and brought it here. And we started the restoration process, started up the cleanup. There was black soot everywhere. I mean, there was so much black soot, I didn't think I'd ever get it all off.
The engine got pulled and sent out to be worked on. So did the bodywork for fresh paint.
I'm a little bit old, and I can't bend as good as I used to. So I had to have someone help me with this.
While it may say Ford on the radiator, this hot rod has parts that come from a lot of other manufacturers.
It might be a Ford body, but the engine is Chevy, the transmission is Chevy, the rear end is out of a Jaguar, and the front end is out of an old Ford dropped axle. Yeah, so it's really bits and pieces of a car that we put together. And that's what makes it so much fun to have one. You have to think about it. How are you going to put this car together? What do I need? What do I do first? What do I do second? And you got to be thinking beyond that. Once you do number 1 and number 2, what's number 10 going to be? And that's what makes it fun about building cars.
And restorations do have a therapeutic value.
Being 75 years old, you got to have a good project. If you don't have good projects, your mind will go.
The tea bucket does lack one feature found on most other vehicles: doors.
That's a problem for a 75-year-old guy. That's a serious issue. We're not as agile as we used to be. My friend Ray Clavette from Castle Motors built that stair for me so I can get in, because he saw me struggling to get into the car. But getting in is easy, getting out is worse.
Over the winter, the tea bucket had an engine transplant and some pinstriping was added. And it's not done yet.
It's almost done, but they're never really finished. You never really finish them. You're always continuously improving them.
There is one other small feature on the tea bucket worth mentioning.
This is a 1922 silver dollar, which represents a 1922 Model T bucket.
In Burlington, Connecticut, that's my ride. For CT Insider, I'm Bud Wilkinson.